right, we're here for this afternoon's Mayor's Budget hearing with the Convention Center Authority. I'm joined today by Ms. Talia Lomax O'Neill, Finance Director, Mr. Brian Kelsey, the City's Chief Strategy Officer. Again, I'm joined by Council Lady Taneka Vircher from the Budget and Finance Committee of the Metro Council, the chair lady of that, and by Councilman Robert Swope, who chairs the Codes and Farmers Market Committee at the Council as well. As an introduction, over the last couple of years, we have had, well, I can give the same spiel, but it doesn't really matter to you guys. Generally, we've been asking for a status quo budget because we're not anticipating as much of an increase in revenues as we've had before. But since the Convention Center Authority is essentially an enterprise fund, it doesn't really relate to you in particular. So if you'll just, I know you brought us a presentation. If you want to go through that, we may have some questions at the end. If you'd introduce yourself for the viewing audience as well. Absolutely. And who came with you as well.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, Charles Starks, President and CEO of the Convention Center Authority, and I have with me today Heidi Runyon, who's our Director of Finance, who about 7 years ago we borrowed from Talia. We don't plan on her ever giving her back, Talia, so just so you know, that. Well, thank you, Mayor, and Brian and Talia, for just a few minutes of your time today. And really, what I want to talk about the Convention Center Authority today is a lot of what we've had going on, but what our mission is and what we try to do every day for the citizens of Nashville and Davidson County. You know, our mission is really to bring groups to town, get them to spend a lot of money, and leave town and don't use any of our services while they're here. So we're really trying to create direct economic impact for the city and what we do, and we think we do a pretty good job of that. We're always looking, so anyone who's out watching today, if you have a group that should come to town, let me know. We'd love to bid on that. So that's my shameless sales pitch while I'm here, of course. I think it is important to note the MCC receives no money from Metro's property taxes or general fund. And so, in turn, we're responsible for generating or receiving enough to handle all of our operating expenses, our capital expenses, and also any debt payments that we have at the authority. And so I'm here today to report, excuse me, that we're in a very good cash position and where we are with our reserves and all. So we've had a very fortunate first 5 years. It's hard to believe it'll be 5 years in May that we've been open. You can't do that without a tremendous team of staff and folks that are back at the building working hard every single day. And so we were tremendously honored this year. The Music City Center received the International Association of Venue Management Venue of Excellence Award worldwide for convention centers. And so we received that this year, and it's judged on a number of operational and financial metrics, but also on customer satisfaction and what we do with customers in the building. So I really want to give kind of a shout out to our team and all the great work that they do every day in representing not only the Music City Center, but the city of Nashville. I think it's important to note, Mayor, that as we near our fifth birthday here in May, is that since the time that we've been open, we've had a little over 1,450 plus events that have been in the facility and have generated about almost $1.6 billion in direct economic impact. So we're looking at what people are coming to town, spending, then leaving, as we described earlier. Just kind of put that in context, in our first 5 years, that average is about $950,000 a day that we put back into the economy of Davidson County and greater Nashville to try to help with what you folks see to try to enhance general services and stuff throughout the city and certainly schools, if you will. Our future pipeline, how does the bookings look? I can report today that we are at an all-time high of future bookings. Typically when a convention center opens, as we did back in 2013, you kind of see a plateau of that. You've kind of ramped up a little bit. You get excitement that you're opening up. In turn, what we've seen is that not only has that excitement been able to maintain, but it's continued to increase. We have more business into the future on the books today than any time in our history. We've got conventions that we're bidding on right now as far as 2034. So we're actively out on the sales front, doing a lot of work there, and continue to go after many notable events. You know, a lot of groups come in through that most people probably don't even know are here. But in turn, what we see with that and the number of events into the future is our financial and the ability to bring people to town looks very strong going forward. Have a number of great partners in that, certainly around the city, and so thank all of them for all their help. One of the things that we said with the Convention Center Authority when we were created and as we were talking about trying to get this facility built is that we wanted to be great community sponsors and involved in the community. We take our social responsibility very seriously and also what our community involvement is. One of the commitments we made during construction was in diversity business enterprise and where we spend our construction money. That's the same commitment we take operationally each and every day with our team at our purchasing and DBE group in-house. I'm pleased to say this last year that we spent just a little over 47 cents of every dollar that we spent at the Convention Center Authority with a diversity business enterprise. So whether it be women-owned, small business, minority-owned, veteran businesses, that we were able to achieve that number. And so that's an all-time high for us as well. So we do think we're walking the talk a little bit as we go through from the DBE participation. We also want to be very environmentally sensitive, and we think that's a big part of our social responsibility. Our solar panels on the roof, for example, generate enough power each year to power 27 homes. I like kind of using it now. What tells me that helps. She helps make it simple for me. But 27 homes on an annual basis. Our rainwater collection and retention tanks amount to about 48% of our total water usage. So that's water that we're not putting back into the storm sewer of Metro. They're having to be treated, and in turn saves us enough water each year to pay the water usage for about 37 homes. One of our neighbors in the community, the Nashville Rescue Mission, so any banquet food that's left over after an event, we donate to the Rescue Mission. And this past year, a little over 34,000 pounds of food was donated from our kitchens to the Rescue Mission, who's a very close neighbor of ours. And then what else we cannot donate is then composted, so it's not going back into the landfill. And then our bees. We always have to talk about our bees just a little bit. People love talking about the bees. It's a little over 60 pounds of honey harvested, and they're starting to get a little bit active now. The cold weather slowed them a little bit the last day or so. We're looking for another a good year out of the bees. So we'll make sure we get you some honey, Mayor, so whenever you need some there, okay? We'll take care of you on the honey side. And then also, we did install in the last 2 years 9 electric car charging stations in our garage. Our community involvement, just briefly, we are part of, through Metro Schools, some of the work that we do with high schools and the academies in Nashville. We work very closely with Hunters Lane High School, with Job Shadows. They've actually let me come out and teach a couple of classes, so the poor children of Hunters Lane will never be quite the same, but we did go out and visit with them a little. And we've also been able to help a lot with their culinary program that they have there, which is a need for all of us throughout the whole Nashville area. There's more talented folks in the culinary side. The other commitment we have is that we're involved globally with Metro Schools, and I serve on one of the chamber boards of schools. And so I tell Dr. Joseph all the time, once a year the Music City Center hosts the 9th grade career fair. So one day a year, the largest school in the city of Nashville is at the Music City Center. So if you want to come down and help with 9th graders anytime, please let me know. We'll be happy to have you. And then nonprofits. That what we've done with nonprofits and over 280 of those groups that have been through our doors in the year, we're very happy to call home for a number of them and events that they have, and so very proud of our working relationship there. One of the things we undertook this past year was a bit of expansion already and some renovation areas of the Music City Center, and really proud to note that just in January we opened the new Fresh Pick Marketing Cafe located at the corner of 8th and Demonbreun. I encourage everyone to stop in and get their morning coffee. They can also buy lunch there, and if they need to stop to get something on the way home, please do so. That'd be shameless plug number 2 today, Mayor, that I want to talk about for some business for us. We also enhanced some pre-function areas with additional space than what we had heard from our meeting planning customers, and the what has been received of that in these first 3 months is pretty phenomenal. We've seen out that space. We'll talk just briefly about hotel development. One of the things that we had heard and has been reported on over the years is, is there enough hotels in downtown to attract some of the larger conventions? That has been a challenge, but with the number of hotels under construction, what we're seeing in the development pipeline right now, I can proudly say that we're very close to being at the number where we need now to go after some of the larger citywide, some of the groups that are going to be, 10 to 12, 15,000 people. Can I tell you, our average convention that comes in right now, national convention, is 6,800 attendees. I think it's important to note that for the old Nashville Convention Center, that number was a little under 1,500 attendees. You can kind of see what the growth has been in that number. We do take our financials and what we look at very seriously. So we have outlined for you what our future annual commitments are between debt service, some other agreements we have in place, and then kind of lastly, just to show commitments that we have out into the future, some of the projects that I know all of you are aware of, but our involvement in building a parking garage in the 5th and Broadway development that the Convention Center will own there. So we've taken all those into account. So when we look at where our reserves are, that money, in our opinion, has already been expended. So we've taken that out of any future reserve numbers that we look at. And So, again, just happy to be here. Thank you very much for the time today. It's our pleasure to help where we can, and certainly we think we've been good stewards for the city of Nashville thus far, and looking forward to the next 5 years after this 5. So thank you very much, and certainly any questions you may have.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I am particularly impressed with those DBE numbers. You're doing something right down there that I need to learn. Can you share a couple of things that you think we should be paying attention to?
Well, and
those numbers are just really
thank you.
Impressive.
We're very proud of the team and what we've been able to do. And I think, Talia, it really started out, one of our commitments, obviously early on in construction, and what our construction team was able to do. And, when the building started, we did two things, I think, pretty well to get going. We did a workforce initiative. Most folks will not remember back in 2009 and 10, finding jobs was not nearly as easy as it is today. So we did a massive outreach there with workforce development. As part of that, we then worked at the DBE side. And one of our commitments that we went on when the project was approved was to have not less than 20% DBE dollars spent in construction. So I think where it really starts is we started working on that back in 2008 and 9, all the way up to today. So it's really kind of like 9 years in the making. So operationally, we continued on that. What we have found to be extremely successful, some great partnerships. Metro, absolutely, and the work that's been done there and partnering with Metro. We work with the Airport Authority, with the Department of Transportation. And so some of the work that we've been able to accomplish on their side, and then we do outreach. I mean, we do 3 or 4 events a year. We do proposal writing 101. We do a workshop each year. What we find is a lot of folks that's a little cumbersome to get certified and some of the things to get through, and how do you do a proposal? So we sit down, and our team takes time and help people. I mean, we've got some testimonies we could share with you of folks that we've never spent a penny with because they're selling something that, frankly, we just don't purchase, but that where we've helped them get certified and helped them get introduced to how to respond to a proposal.
I just really think we need to spend some time with you and your team in that area.
Well, thank you, but we're very proud of that, and I'm sorry I probably went a little long on that, but I mean, but it's
okay.
constant outreach, and we do that every single day.
Okay.
Yeah, never stop.
Okay, thank you.
No questions. Yeah.
I had a couple. The debt service.
Yes, sir.
I have a vague recollection that when the debt was initially issued, it was not an even payment, that it ramped up over time.
Yes.
We're now past the point.
This year, we're now at the point where it's even. What you'll see is small fluctuations on just bond administrative costs there. But yeah, the debt service is now level.
And was it 20-year debt?
30.
30-year debt. 30-year debt.
So we're basically 5 into the 30. Yes, sir.
And the hotel payments, that's for the Omni?
That's for the Omni, yes, sir.
And that's 30 years too?
That was a 20-year agreement.
20-year agreement.
And that still ramps up a little bit in about fiscal 27, another couple of $1 million, but that was a 20-year agreement, yes, sir.
And that's a full-service hotel, right?
Absolutely.
And so there was some sense we needed another full-service hotel. I know the JW Marriott, that's going to be a full-service hotel. And are they giving us a room block there?
They are not. We currently have 3 room block agreements. We have a room block agreement with the Omni, one with the Renaissance Hotel, who frankly has been a partner of the city ever since 1987, and then the Westin Hotel. And we've had some conversations with a 4th hotel, but at the point when the JW Marriott was coming along, we just didn't never come to an agreement on a room block there that worked for both parties and what some of the ideas they have. Certainly, they're booking a number of group rooms, and what's coming in, convention center sitting right there at our front door. So
there's is there need for the Convention Center Authority to help with with the full service hotel at this point in time? Another one?
Mayor, I would say that there's probably an opportunity for one more out there. That if we could look at something, especially if it was a brand or some flag that maybe is currently not heavily as involved in the city, or someone that sees a real need to be and present. We're only looking at hotels that are willing to commit 80% of their room block to conventions 36 months and out. That's a big number for some hotels. So I think you got to find a hotel that's willing. That was one of the comments with the JW Marriott. I don't think they were real comfortable committing 80%. 80%. And so, we want to certainly be equitable with the other partners we have, and that's the agreement we have with all 3 of them. So there may very well be one there. I think one more. We currently have 1,500 rooms in room block agreements for 36 months and out. We'd like to see that number get to about 2,000. It's a much better selling strategy for us. So I think there is room for one more in there, or maybe a combination of two. But yes, sir, we continue to entertain that if the right project came along.
All right.
Yeah.
And then one other question.
Yes, sir.
So on page 11, the operating capital commitments, is that essentially a net revenue from the operation that would be put into reserve for future capital needs of the?
This is money that we've already looked at and said, okay, we know what we've spent obviously to date, and now as we look out into the future for operating, there's some models of what we would anticipate spending on just operating capital, if you will, replacement of such like carpets and those type things.
Okay.
So we do a continual, once a year we do with our board a 60-month planning cycle. So we're always looking 5 years into the future. And so this reflects that 5-year work that we did, along with any other projects such as the 5th and Broadway Garage or whatever that commitment may be.
But all of these future capital commitments it's anticipated that they would be funded through the existing net cash flow of the
Through the
enterprise.
revenues coming to the Convention Center Authority. Absolutely, yes, sir. And still with a surplus on top of that for us. And the board we also have a mandated 6-month operating reserve surplus that we must maintain from the authority. And so that's in addition to that's already pulled out of our reserve numbers.
Including the debt service component? Or?
Yes, sir. Including plus the debt service component.
Okay.
We have a 1-year debt service reserve, and we have a 6-month operating expense reserve that Heidi's just kind of got off the books. Not off the books. She has them where we can't see them from an operating side. Yeah.
They're not in the surplus.
They're not in the surplus. Thank you.
Not considered part of the study.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't say that. Nothing's off the books, man. We don't get off the books.
Yeah. You're setting yourself up there, sir.
Absolutely.
Be careful with your language.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.